Have you ever had stuff just get stirred up in your life out of the blue? It's like, where did that tornado come from? Like things were going well, then all of a sudden, boom, everything seems to be falling apart, and trouble seems to be happening all around you, and all your problems are tag teaming other problems, and they're all jumping on you in the ring, and it seems like you were fighting one thing, and now you're fighting 20 things in your life, and all these things are agitated around you. The devil is a great agitator. He's a stir-upper, okay? He likes to stir stuff up in your life and stir stuff up in your world. And when there's an out of the blue agitation happening in your life, you need to see the dark behind the dark, okay? And then there's a fourth thing that some of you may be familiar with it experientially, but you may have never put this word on it. It's a device of the adversary. He likes to fill your life with a sense of foreboding. Foreboding is, I'll give you another word for it, it's despair. It's a sense of hopelessness, which is what despair means. It's just a sense, I'll give you just a few other words here. Heaviness. I'm not talking about the kind that you weigh on a scale there. I'm talking about in your soul, okay? And I'll put another word down here, oppression. Has there been a time in your life where it just seemed like all of a sudden this heaviness came on you? It's like, where did this come from? It's just, you feel oppressed and you feel just heavy and just like you can't seem to get a handle on things, and it feels like, I'm not sure things are going to work out. There's just this echoing sense of despair and hopelessness that begins to, and you're fighting it, and maybe you don't completely give into it, but Satan wants to put a heavy burden on you. He wants to put an oppressive burden on your life, and he wants to fill you with a sense of anguish and darkness and heaviness of soul. It's one of the tactics of the adversary. And the reality is as faithful believers in Jesus Christ. You say, well, is that me? Well, yes, I believe that's you. You are a believer in Jesus Christ. You're in the house of God today. You're seeking to do God's will today. You're seeking to do God's work in your life today. You're concerned about your relationship with God. You wouldn't be here if you weren't concerned about your relationship with God. So I want to promise you, you're going to encounter spiritual attack. And when these dark things show up in your life, understand that prayer will help you see the dark behind the dark.